be addicts be.
What up, though? It's your girl, Mz Lyrik, aka The Beautiful Beast, and I'm super excited to be launching my podcast talk show called Spittin with Mz Lyrik, where we get to the real spill story. Okay, we keeping it real over here, real transparent, talking to people that have been through some triumphs and been through some trials, and they're telling you how to go from survivor to champion. I'm excited today to have one of my guests, Monica Don. Okay, listen, you're gonna have to let them know who you are and what you do love.
Well, like you said,
Besides being fly.
Right. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that today. Well, I actually own an event center in Atlanta, the Dawn Event Center.
Yes.
We've been there now for over 8 years, and we love to take people's dreams and make them to reality.
And make them to reality. It's like your business, your space is amazing.
Thank you.
I have been there. The vibe is like super dope. You know, so I had to, we always have to give a sister a shout out when they're doing their thing in business, because that's what we do. Okay.
That is what we do.
Now we're going to talk about being a survivor today. We're going to talk about your real story, Miss Dawn, because when I made that phone call, God led this thing. I told you it's a real spill conversation, and we want to help people really heal and get to that real bad, which is healing, right?
Right.
So we're going to go ahead and have a conversation.
Sound good to me.
So you are a breast cancer survivor?
I am. I actually was diagnosed back in January of 2022.
Wow.
When I first got diagnosed, they labeled it as stage 1B.
Okay.
And about a week or two later, they went back, did a CT scan, and they say that I have stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, because the cancer spread from the left breast to my liver.
Wow. Wow. So, at what point in your life, because we're never ready for when life lifes us, right?
Right.
So this is like really big, and one of my personal reasons that I, get to when I speak about breast cancer and why I'm so concerned, because I had 2 grandmothers that suffered, and unfortunately I lost one to breast cancer, and I just really don't like it. It's like I really don't like it, and I just we have to do something.
Yes, ma'am.
About it, but also educate, people that don't know, what was it, anything that you signs, what was it that let you know I need to go get this checked out, or was it just like a routine, type of check?
It's crazy, because as an entrepreneur, I didn't have health insurance. And so you go through life, you're eating right, you're exercising, you feel healthy, you look healthy, and I didn't go.
Yeah.
That was on me. That was on Monica not to go get checked. But it was crazy, because we were in Kenya, and I kept having this static electricity, like a pain shoot through my breast.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, it was periodically during the time while we were there. And then I just started to touch, and I found lumps that I had never felt before.
Wow.
And of course, I couldn't freak out. I'm on a whole nother continent. There's nothing that I could do at that time. And so we had to wait about 2 weeks till we finally get back into the States.
Yeah.
And I get a mammogram. And the lady immediately goes and sets it up for me to have a 3D ultrasound.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, this can't be good news, but being who I am and whose I am, I decided just to stay positive and wait for them to tell me exactly what the results were. And that's when I found out. Wow. And I didn't even know about the liver until another month later, that it had spread. So it was devastating.
Right. So how, because of course you definitely don't look like what you've been through, right? How do you, how did you really handle that? Because that's heavy. You're an entrepreneur, you're a mover and shaker, you're a boss, you're a wife, you're a grandmother, you're a mom, you're a giver to so many people. You're helping people live their dreams, and then boom, this happens to you. What happened on the inside?
What happened on the inside?
On the inside.
It felt like fire. Immediately I was like, okay, what do I do? How do I tell my family? How do I tell my children?
Yeah.
how do I tell my mom and my dad, right, that this is happening? It was an adjustment. You know, my partner was there the whole time. He has been a rock and a pillar, you know. When I told him, I said, you know, you didn't sign up for this. If this is something that's too much, it's okay to walk away. You know, I have family. And this man looked at me and said, where am I going? We're fighting and we're going to beat this together. And he helped me call my family on three-way because I didn't want to go through the story, you know, 10,000 times. And told them, look, this is what I've been diagnosed with. This is what they say I have. I said, but we're going to trust God. I never claim I have this or you know, it's what they say.
Yeah.
Because we believe, they believe, and I believe in a higher power. But it was tough. Yeah. You know, did I have moments where I broke down crying? Absolutely. You know, and then there are times I'm like, wait a minute, Monica, God has brought you through so many other things. Surely he can bring me through this. The same God that did it then for something else, he can definitely heal me and deliver me today.
Yeah, and that, like, right there, that, you know, a lot of people forget that it's the same God.
Same God.
God is able to do anything but fail. And even in our sickness, even in our trials, like when you have that good, you know, no matter what, I'm going to trust you, though you slay me.
Yet will I trust you.
Yet will I trust you is definitely what I see when I look at you, woman. And I know God is blessing you tremendously because sharing your story is an amazing thing. It's brave. So I definitely salute you for even speaking, you know, about it because I know that it's a big thing, you know. So like when you're thinking of healing, right? We want to talk about healing and going through the process because you found out, you processed it, you told your people. Then how do you stay healthy? How do you fight this thing?
Every day is something different, you know. I eat right, which I thought I did before anyway, but I juice. I make my own sea moss. I have all these other herbal supplements that I do to try to combat the poison that they're pushing into my body. You know, in the beginning, it was terrible. I didn't look like this in the beginning. In the beginning, I had dark spots on my face and on my body. I had mouth sores. My fingernails and toenails were black. I had hives. I had bone pain. I couldn't eat. I lost about 20 pounds. I looked like I was dying.
Wow.
Until at one point the doctor's like, okay, we need to change something up because the poisons they were putting in my body in the beginning, the cancer wasn't shrinking. Another lesion on my liver had popped up. So it was very aggressive. And then they switched it up. And now this new chemo that they have me on, along with my supplements, and still working out 4 days a week. You know, I'm running. I'm doing cardio on my trampoline. I'm still now doing weightlifting.
Yes.
I now have my skin back.
Yes.
You know, my nails are not falling off like they were. Am I at 100%? No, but every day I count it all joy.
Yes.
Because I have another day to live. I have another day to fight.
Absolutely. Well, your story is so inspirational, Mama. You have inspired me. You keep fighting. We fighting with you. You are strong. You're a champion. And we going in there with you. And I'm believing God for your complete, full healing. All right?
Thank you.
Absolutely. So listen, I have to let the people know how they can get in touch with you and get more and connect and come to the Dawn Event Center, okay?
Absolutely. Well, easy breezy. To locate us or to find us, just go to the DawnEventCenter.com. You also can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Everything is The Dawn Event Center.
Wow, Miss Monica's story is amazing, and this is what we do this for. Real spit, real healing. Guys, make sure you self-care. Make sure you take care of yourself. While you're out there taking care of everybody, make sure that you know that you are important too. We are coming right back after these messages with another champion. You don't want to miss this story. Stay tuned. Don't you change that channel.
Keep your head up, even though I know you're fed up in life. Be throwing your punches, but you still gotta get up and fight. They low blows, but look, don't let it get you, cause God.
What up, though? It's your girl, Mz Lyrik, aka the Beautiful Beast, and I'm excited because they are putting your girl on TV. You will be seeing this face everywhere, okay? All over your TV screens. And I'm looking for people just like you to interview. So if you are a business owner, an artist, somebody that's making a difference in the community, you need to holler at me because I am the people's plug. So holla at your girl, Spittin with Mz Lyrik. Let's go.
Still gotta get up and fight. They low blows, but look, don't let it get you, cause God, he got a plan.
And we're back to Spittin with Mz Lyrik. I am super excited about this champion campaign, from survivor to champion. And I am here with somebody that is so special to me. She had me choked up. Y'all probably see tears in my eyes right now. I told y'all this is a real spit show. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring on my love bug, my family in God, Sheryl Brown-McCoy.
Yes.
I call her Auntie.
Okay.
Yes,
Hey, Auntie.
Get my real hood.
Yes, for real. So I gotta say first, I'm just so proud of you. I've been knowing you since I first came to Georgia, and I've seen you just be consistent. You had a dream, you stuck to it, you blew up further than I think you even were dreaming at first. And so I'm just so glad to be a part of it right here today.
It's so special to me, and one of the reasons that I got choked up behind the scenes is you were there when the devil tried to stop me from the very first time that I picked up a mic.
Yep.
The very first time that I did what God told me to do. We were in drama ministry together.
Yes.
And I thought I was an actor, but I had that music. I didn't know what to do with it because I went to God, and I didn't know how to change my music over. And you were one of the first people that told me, do it for God.
Yep.
Do it for God, niece. You got this.
Yep.
And I did, and that church kicked me off stage.
Yep.
And that could have been the moment that I quit. But it gave me the power. It gave me I didn't want to stop anybody. I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep going. And you have been there with me at every show that you could make it to, even in your sickness. So we're going to talk about why you're here today, why you're a champion, okay? Because I have seen you be one of the strongest women I ever met. I thought it was just because we was from the West Coast. But go
Long Beach.
You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just because you was from LBC, you know what I'm saying? But listen, the fight of breast cancer, let's talk about that today. Like, you're a mover and shaker. Can you introduce yourself and let people know who you are and what you do before we go into your story?
Okay. Like, I'm Sheryl Brown-McCoy, and I'm a mom.
Yeah.
And I have my natural daughter. I have 2 adopted kids, my great niece and great nephew.
Yes.
I'm an author. I have a book coming out on the 30th called Love Story. And
We're in it together.
yes, with you as well. I also have another book that I collaborated. It's called Unapologetically Purpose. It talks a little more about my cancer journey.
Yes.
So I'll tell you all at the end how to reach me for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll definitely bring you back for an exclusive interview on that, because we can't even really squeeze you into this. We really have to go in because you've really been fighting, and you got a lot of strength in your story, and I know people will appreciate that. So definitely when you release that, please, I want to bring you back for that.
Oh, okay. For sure.
So you're moving, you're shaking, you're acting, you're all over the place, you're traveling, and then you find out? Because that's what it seemed like to me.
Cancer. It's just like out the blue. I had just gotten my kids. My niece had got really sick, and I had just gotten them. I had them for like a couple of years, and very healthy, very healthy. I'm like, I'm gonna live to 100, and I'm gonna just go to sleep, and wake up in heaven when, the second coming. I was kind of arrogant about my health, to be honest. And so, I was working out. I was taking 8 exercise classes. I was healthy.
Absolutely.
Thought I was eating pretty good, taking my little vitamins and herbs, but I kept feeling a little sting on my left breast. I never missed my doctor's appointments. I never missed my mammograms. And so I went to my physical. Doctor said, everything looks good. We'll do your blood work. She said, any questions? I said, well, I have a little ting every now and then in my left breast. She says, okay, well, let me just do a quick breast exam. She said, oh, your breasts look fine. They feel fine. You're fine. She said, but go ahead and get a mammogram. So I call, make my appointment for my mammogram. They set it up. They call me back, said, oh, you just had a mammogram. It was clear. You have to go back to your doctor for her to order you one. Mm-hmm. So I go back. She's on vacation. There's another doctor there. And she says, okay, well, I'll set you up for a special mammogram for where you feel the tingling. So I go and have the special mammogram. It was horrible.
Wow.
And then they said, well, there's 2 little bitty little things that we see, and we're going to walk you right now to ultrasound. So I go to ultrasound. They said, oh, there's 2 little bitty things. Does not look like cancer at all. This is the radiologist, doctor. And he says, so what we'll do, we'll come back in 6 months and, just look at it again. I say, yay, all right, I'm healthy.
Yes.
So they send the report back to the substitute doctor because my doctor's still on vacation. She says, no, you saw something, you felt something. Let me send you to the breast center. So I go to the breast center. They give me ultrasound, and they says 2 little bitty things, does not look like cancer at all. She said, but if you want, I'll excise it with the fine needle. And I said, I'm here. So they do it. At the time, they have some type of evacuation. Mm-hmm. So said, we gotta go, get out. And I was like, let me move my clothes on. So we leave, and I don't hear anything. So I'm like, I wonder if she ever put anything in, because I'm still feeling a little electroshock, just like a little electroshock. No lumps.
Mm-hmm. Just shock.
Just shocks. Mm-hmm. So I call her. She says, oh, it looks suspicious. If a doctor says it looks suspicious, that's a medical term, people.
Oh, wow.
That's a medical term.
I didn't know suspicious.
Suspicious is a medical term.
Oh, wow.
So, because I looked it up.
Okay.
And so she says, can you come back in? We're going to do a large needle biopsy. I go in, horrific. Horrific. Yes. And so the next day, the head of Kaiser Breast Center calls me. And he goes, where are you? I said, hold on, I'm just walking in the door, He says, you have cancer. I'm still not panicking right now because my mom had breast cancer, and I just remember she had a little lumpectomy, and they take her, and I took her for 7 weeks to radiation, and they gave her pills for 5 years, and she was fine.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I have my little lumpectomy, I'm gonna take my little pills. And I said, okay. So he says, well, I need to set you up with a psychiatrist. And I'm like, why? He says, well, we're going to come in and we're going to have a team and we're going to talk to you. So I tell my sister, I go to my pastor, and I tell him, I have cancer and they want me to see a psychiatrist. So I don't know what's going on. So he prays for me. He assigns 2 ministers to me. So my minister, my sister, we go. And they have this table set up with all these doctors around and a box of Kleenex on the table.
Wow.
And I'm like, what is going on? And they said, you have a very rare type of cancer. It's very aggressive and it's very hard to treat. But we're going to do the best we can. And so we're going to give you set up for chemo and you can decide, how we're going to do the surgery. I'm like, if these breasts go kill me, take them. Take them both.
Take them out.
Take them both. Mm-hmm. Give me some new ones, though. You got to give me some new ones.
That part. Yeah. Make sure they pop it.
Yeah, you got to give me some new ones. And so.
Wow.
It started. That chemo.
Wow.
Because there's no afters, no pills. It's called triple negative. It hits us. Mm-hmm. And it hits brown people the most.
So with you being healthy, because again, I was so surprised. I was taken aback because I know you like the most healthiest person I know. You be make sure you eat yourself, make sure you drink your water, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. You're like, dip, dip, dip,
yes.
Dip, dip, dip. So I was so how?
It was a shock. It was a shock. And I was like, oh, I got these babies, their mom's in nursing home. Don't take me from these babies. Cause I was just like, maybe, I go back. With the triple negative, it goes straight to the lymph nodes. That's the nature of it. And then it spreads through your body, dormant.
Wow.
And then in this is normally how it works. Then in about 2 or 3 years, it just pops up all over your body and the chemo doesn't work anymore. So that's why most people don't survive it. And so this is what they were telling me.
Okay, so hold that one because I got something to ask you about that. Listen, we'll be right back after these messages. Grab some tea, grab something. Make sure you get something healthy. We'll be right back after these messages.
Keep your head up, even though I know you're fed up in life. Be throwing your punches, but you still gotta get up and fight.
And we are back. I'm still with Sheryl Brown-McCoy, the champion, okay? Listen, we're going to get back into that conversation. So, you were healthy.
Yes.
You were healthy.
Yes.
And you found out that you had an aggressive, rare form of breast cancer.
Yes.
What happened in your head? They brought them psychiatrists in for a reason.
Yes.
What happened?
When I say, strong as I was as a woman of God, when I say fear gripped me, I did not want to die. Mm-hmm. And I did not want to have chemo. I didn't want to have a port. I wanted to be like my mom, take the lump out to my little 7 rib. That's what I wanted. I didn't want this. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want my kids to see me sick. I just did not want to be sick. And I definitely did not want to die. So what I thought was healthy, I got to Google. Mm-hmm. And this is what I want to talk to people about. Mm-hmm. I thought I was eating healthy. I changed my diet. I Googled. There's foods that you can eat that actually kill cancer cells. Mm. If it did not kill cancer cells, I didn't put it into my body. Bok chow, cabbage. I cook my food in olive oil, strong olive oil. If it did not kill cancer, soursop, I had to go to the market. $9 for a piece of fruit. Mm-hmm. I lost 20 pounds in a month. And so I took juices. I just did everything. I changed everything.
Right.
Because I was like, look, when they go, and because since it's so rare and aggressive, they were giving me all kind of tests. Every test was coming out negative. Mm-hmm. But I had went back to church and I told my pastor, I said, they told me, what it was, I don't want to die. He said, get up here on this pulpit. There's 7,000 people there.
You already know.
Yeah, he said, you tell these people that I'm going to live and not die. Because he said the power of life and death is in your tongue.
You better say it.
So I said it. I'm going to live and not die.
That's Pastor Dewey.
Yes, that's a E. Dewey Smith.
Okay.
House of Hope. So that's what I did. So after that, I said, okay, I'm going to live.
Yeah.
So when I had my surgery, the doctor came in the middle of the night. And I'm like, I'm asleep. He come in the middle of the night after he done took my breast off. At least let me sleep. Mm-hmm. He said, Ms. McCoy, wake up. I was like, yes. He said, it didn't spread to your lymph nodes. You talking about shock? I could see the shock on his face. I could see the shock on his
miracle.
face. Yes, that was my miracle right there.
That's a miracle. They don't be understanding. Yes. The doctors don't. I'm going to tell
exactly.
Doctors, I'm going to tell you, God, Trump, y'all, boom.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
But I'm not sorry. It's what God says. God has the final say in everything. And that's why I really wanted to let you tell a little bit about that, because people think, you put together. So, you're always beautiful. You're always gorgeous. You're always poised. But people had no clue, even in your sickness, nobody knew you were sick.
Let me tell you something. I had a makeup artist. Her name is Sheryl Marshall. I got to agree with her name, Sheryl Marshall. I had no lashes. Everything. Let me tell you about cancer. I'm sure my other cancer survivor who was just here, she can tell you. It takes your skin. It takes everything. Take your breasts. It takes your eyelashes, your eyebrows. There's no hair on you. My tongue turned black. My nails turned black. Everything. My feet were numb. Everything. Women about you takes all your fat. Your hair. She made up I don't know how she put lashes on my eyelids. I had no lashes.
Wow.
She kept me made
Talented.
up. She kept me made up.
Anointed.
So I didn't want to look sick. If I was sick, I didn't want to look sick. So a lot of people didn't know that I was very, very, very sick. And I told my doctor, my oncologist, I said, I'm sorry. They got all the cancer. I'm not going through this chemo. I can't. She said, I understand. You got a good result. You're a prayer. You're a woman of faith. She said, but this woman who just left before you, she said, because the first praise is to your brain and to your bones. She said, it's in her brain. I said, okay. I'll do it. It was terrible. The chemo, I was allergic to it. So every treatment, I was in the hospital. Every single treatment. After every treatment, which was every week.
Wow.
Every week, I was in chemo.
Wow.
And on the third day, I was in the hospital. I remember my little baby, she had a show, and she was, and I was there trying to make it to her show because I knew I had to go to the hospital. And I was like, I don't want to fall out in the show and make a scene. So I went in the bathroom and listened to her show.
Wow.
And so,
So
when it was over, I almost tore that bell. Did you ring a bell?
I seen you ring that bell, Auntie.
I almost tore that bell off the wall.
Okay. I was like that Arsenio. Woo, 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 woo. Okay.
I told all those nurses and doctors in there, I love y'all. Y'all treated me so good, but I'm never coming back to see you again. Not even to say thank you. So I'm telling you, thank you now. I brought them a cake.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And you've been looking good. You've been feeling good.
I've been feeling good. I just had my 64th birthday.
Quit playing with me. I still thought you was 50.
I'll take it. Because God is good.
Absolutely.
God is good.
Listen, in the fire, not burnt, in the lion's den, petting them like they kittens.
Yes.
I salute you, Queen. I salute you.
I'm so glad you just gave me a chance to tell my story. People, get your mammogram. If I would have waited 6 months.
I want to tell you, go ahead and stand in your camera. Because, see, it comes different when somebody been through something. So let them know what you want them to know.
Get your mammograms. Insist, especially if you're African American or brown, get you a 3D, because I didn't have lumps. I did my self-exam, and my doctor did myself. There was no lumps. If they tell you, oh, we're going to check on it, no. Make sure that they do what they're supposed to do. Because we die from it. And so if you want to live. So you could, I can tell you all the things that I took, the things that I'm still taking. Exercise, 40% chance of it not reoccurring if you do your exercise. I'm 5 years clear. November 4th, I'll be 5 years clear. They expected it to come back in 2 to 3 years, but God said no.
God said no.
Yes.
God did it, y'all. Listen, you have blessed my soul. You blessed my spirit, as you always do. Thank you so much for sharing your story and being brave and strong and, slaying the devil and stomping on his head like you always been doing.
Yeah.
Period. Okay?
That's right.
I'm going to go ahead and let the people know. Listen, I got more survivors coming that have champion stories. So stay tuned. Stay watching the series. You already know it's your girl, Mz Lyrik, a.k.a. The Beautiful Beast. And I'm out. Bye.